Learn English with English Lab.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
This is part 2 of our episode about learning English with friends.
In part 1, we talked about Rachel, Monica, and Phoebe.
We looked at how their personalities affect the way they speak.
Today, we're continuing with the other 3 characters.
Joey, Ross, and Chandler.
Each one speaks in a very different way,
And each one can help you improve a different skill,
from simple and natural speech
to explanation and structure.
and even humor and sarcasm,
So let's continue.
and see what we can learn from them.
Now let's talk about Joey Tribbiani. Joey is one of the funniest characters in Friends. He is confident, friendly, and very loyal. He loves food, he loves acting, and he loves flirting. Joey is not very intelligent. And many jokes in the show are about his confusion. But that makes him very useful for English learners. Why? Because Joey speaks in short and simple sentences. He does not use complicated grammar. He does not use difficult vocabulary. He speaks directly. For example, his famous line, "How you doin'?" This sentence is informal. It is relaxed. It is playful. And it is very natural American English. Joey's strength is loyalty. He always supports his friends. He is kind and emotional. He is honest about what he wants. But his weakness is misunderstanding things. Sometimes he tries to use big words, and he uses them incorrectly. That creates very funny moments. These scenes are good for learning vocabulary, because you see what happens when a word is used in the wrong context. From Joey, you can learn casual greetings, simple sentence structure, everyday American slang, expressing emotions clearly. Also, listen to Joey's tone. He speaks slowly. He speaks clearly. He often repeats words for emphasis. This is very helpful for shadowing practice. If you want to practice with Joey, choose a short scene. Repeat his sentences exactly. Copy his rhythm. Copy his relaxed style. Because fluency does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking comfortably, and Joey is always comfortable. Now let's talk about Ross Geller. Ross is intelligent, sensitive, and sometimes very dramatic. He works as a paleontologist, so he loves science, he loves facts, and he loves explaining things. Ross speaks differently from Joey. His sentences are longer. His vocabulary is sometimes more formal. He explains ideas carefully. He uses details. That makes him perfect for learners who want to improve explanation skills. Ross's strength is knowledge. He knows many things. He can explain history. He can explain science. He can describe situations in detail. But his weakness is insecurity. He overthinks. He worries too much. And he becomes very emotional in relationships. One of his most famous lines is, "We were on a break." He repeats this sentence many times in the show. This is very interesting for learners, because in real English, people often repeat key sentences during arguments. Repetition shows emotion. Repetition shows frustration. From Ross, you can learn how to explain ideas clearly, how to defend your opinion, how to argue politely, how to show emotion in speech. Also, notice how his tone changes. When he talks about science, he sounds confident. When he talks about love, he sounds nervous. This shows how topic affects pronunciation and rhythm. If you want to practice with Ross, choose a scene where he explains something. Listen to the structure of his sentences. Pause and repeat. Focus on linking words like because, so, actually, basically. These words help you sound more natural when explaining ideas. Ross teaches us something important. Speaking English is not only about short sentences. Sometimes you need to build longer thoughts, and Ross is very good at that. Now let's talk about Chandler Bing. Chandler is sarcastic, funny, and very quick with words. He uses humor to deal with stress. When he feels uncomfortable, he makes a joke. When he feels nervous, he makes a joke. When he feels sad, he still makes a joke. Chandler's strength is his humor. He is fast. He reacts quickly. He plays with words. But his weakness is insecurity. He hides his real feelings behind sarcasm. Sometimes people don't know if he is serious or joking. For English learners, Chandler is very interesting because he teaches you how humor works in conversation. He often uses exaggeration. For example, he might say something like, "Could this be any more awkward?" This sentence shows exaggeration. He doesn't mean it literally. He is making the situation funnier. From Chandler, you can learn how to use sarcasm carefully, how tone changes meaning, how to ask rhetorical questions, how to react quickly in conversation. Notice his rhythm. He stresses certain words for humor. He changes his voice to create irony. If you practice with Chandler, don't just repeat the words, repeat the tone, repeat the emphasis. Because in humor, pronunciation is very important. Chandler shows that English is not only information, it is personality, it is timing, it is emotion. So now we have seen all 6 characters. Each one speaks differently,
Each one has a different personality.
and each one teaches us a different part of English.
Rachel teaches emotional language.
Monica teaches confidence and control.
Phoebe teaches creativity.
Joey teaches simple, natural speech.
Ross teaches explanation and structure.
And Chandler teaches humor and tone.
If you want to use Friends to improve your English, don't just watch it for fun.
Choose short scenes. Repeat them. Copy the tone. Copy the rhythm.
Practice shadowing,
And focus on one character at a time.
because language is not only grammar,
It is personality.
and when you practice with real characters, English becomes more natural.
And more fun.
Before we finish, we want to say something important.
The actor who played Chandler, Matthew Perry, passed away a while ago.
He gave us so many unforgettable moments,
So much laughter.
so much comfort.
Chandler's humor helped many people through difficult times.
Even today, his character still makes us smile.
We are grateful for the joy he brought to millions of fans.
And we will always remember him through this show.
Thank you, Matthew Perry.
And thank you for learning with us today.
See you in the next episode.
Ooh.